I'm going to hope that the connection is okay for a while, but the game has been under some DDoS attacks, so it might not be okay. We just finished Dragon's Dogma 2. I don't really want to go back into Rebirth and do more combat sim stuff in that. So let's do a bit of Final Fantasy XIV instead. Everyone's on Torgal, because why wouldn't you be? He's the best boy. I was leveling up Archer, Bard, in order to try and assist with doing the Bard's A Realm Reborn relic. Because level 71 you can solo content really easily with Epic Echo. White Mage is up to 80, which is now our first class that is level 80 or above, which is significant because my road to 80 buff, I think, expires in about 4 days. But I do think that we've made good use of it, bearing in mind that I am at the beginning of Heavensward. So we're on level 51 MSQ, and every single class that I have is at least level 50. It's all good. The only crafting class that I haven't got to level 80 is Culinarian, which I will probably get up very, very soon. And then I need to get Fisher up as well, but Fisher is really, really easy to level. I just haven't been asked to do it yet. So let's go and do the peppered Capotos and see if we can... That should get us at least 1 level, maybe 2 for Culinarian. Oh, you can tell there's been DDoS attacks. Limsa's quiet. Oh, that's cheap as well. Sometimes the Culinarian ones are really expensive. So that works nicely for me. But yeah, I've been working on the books. This is the 4th book for my Scholar, so they're about halfway through the books stage, and I just needed to do a few dungeons. And that's got me up to 79. Usually not worth it. Oh, one of the other things that I've done since last time is we now have everything ready for all of the other A Realm Reborn relics, because we've got 5 of them, and I now have 5 of each of the items for the Zodiac step. So I don't have to do any more stuff with Papano or any of those guys, which is why my quest log is remarkably clear. I can't avoid accepting Kettle to Metal, because you get it from Jalzan, and obviously you have to speak to him for stuff, so... What do I want to do? I want to do Dark Knight job quests. I also would quite enjoy doing the A Realm Reborn Allied Beast Tribes quest, which we could accept right now. I think we're going to do the job quest first. Okay. That now means I need to go back to Foundation. I change Foundation to be my return point, so that's all good. Yes, this gets us Flood of Darkness, which is basically the thing that makes Dark Knight good, I think. Or it's at the moment, my Dark Knight doesn't have a way of attacking with magic, but it has multiple ways of recovering MP. Whereas this is the thing that does the attack. Well, well, don't you look the part? Ready to harness the darkness within to set the wrong things right? Now, bear in mind that while the darkness gives you strength, that strength comes at a cost. That is but one sacrifice, though. Justice demands many. Say a man, a venerable, untouchable man, harms a child in unspeakable ways. He strides through the hoplon, secure in the knowledge that he is beyond punishment. But for one who cuts down that vile beast as he flaunts his freedom, who knows how many others will suffer? Such was the dilemma faced by a goodly knight long ago. He knew that he would be stripped of his titles and denounced for the deed. The threshold we refuse to cross is a line we draw for ourselves. We fear the consequences, and people suffer for our indecision. Everyone who held that crystal came to conquer that fear, and became who they wanted to be. That night was the first. Will you be the next? Think on that while we look into the commotion down below, which has kindly been waiting this whole time. How far along? I'll get Culinarian up to 80 tomorrow. Which, to be fair, might be the next stream. And there's a decent chance that it's going to be more Final Fantasy XIV. Because I think that the next game, the next main Let's Play that I'm going to do is going to be Stranger of Paradise. So I think it depends how early I can start stream tomorrow, what we play. Please, I don't know what to do. It's my granddaughter. I didn't see him standing there, and no, that's no excuse. I should have been more careful. But my granddaughter, she started yelling at the temple knight, and I tried to stop her. I did, but then she said she'd come with him, and if I could just tell him how sorry I am, maybe he would. He'd take you too, is what he'd do. Even if you went and begged the blue bastard to intervene, it'd be too late by then. Ain't the first time they've taken a girl her age. If she doesn't fight back, they might let her go after. No, there has to be another way. Ishgardian justice. They might spare the girl, you know. Leave her with a few scars and a lifelong lesson. Or we could beat every last one of them to within an ilm of their lives and rescue the girl. You'd like that, wouldn't you? I knew you would. Everything's gonna be alright, madam. When I'm through with those knights, they'll not dare trouble you ever again. Oh, thank you. Thank you! So we could potentially be doing this quest as soon as we get to Ishgard. And one of the first things it has us do is beat up the local constabulary. Assuming they didn't just drag her into an alley. They've taken her to either the congregation or the tribunal. The Honourable Sir Aymeric wouldn't suffer such reprehensible behaviour under his roof. The Inquisition, on the other hand, well. So that leaves the tribunal. If the girl's still alive, I imagine they'll make all manner of threats. Come any closer and she dies, and so forth. So, we'll need to make something perfectly clear to them. We're not here for her. We're here for you. Once they understand she means nothing to us, they'll attack us or flee. Don't know about you. I'm eager to find out which. Just the one sword between the two of us, I'm afraid. You keep it. Dare say it fits rather snugly in your hands. But don't worry about me. I'll do my part to keep you on your feet. Now, should things turn violent, as I expect they will, you may need to tap into your dark side to survive. It's not unlike drawing upon your own ether to weave magic. Fear, pain, rage. That which lies in the deepest depths of our soul makes for a potent fuel. But be warned. Burn too much too quickly. You risk being consumed. Do not worry after. The first step over the threshold is always the hardest. Ah, I should have known you'd do that. Right then, let's find the girl. I've never done any of the Ishgardian job quests, to be fair. Thinking about it, the only job quests I've done are White Mage up to Shadowbringers, like end of Shadowbringers. Dragoon up to the end of A Realm Reborn. And then I've done some of the crafter ones, mainly Weaver. So yeah, I've never done Dark Knight, Astro, or Machinist. Damn it, girl. You're only making it worse for yourself. The hell's with you? I've done nothing wrong! Why are the pretty ones always so daft? If I had a gil for every time I had to kill an unrepentant bastard like you, I'd have 2 gil. But it's funny that it happened twice. What the? Are you threatening a temple knight? Oh, you're very clever. Yes, I am. Now let her go. Enough of this! With me, girl! Now! One more word of protest and I'll toss your grandmother in a cell to rot. You 3, seize this imbecile! Oh yeah, I don't have the asylum. Oh, okay, so he's just being a conjurer right now. Interesting. Bring everyone! She's gone mad! Reinforcements, eh? Looks like we'll have to even the odds. Search your soul for the darkness. We need but a slither. Yes. Do you see after? The flames beckon. Immerse yourself in the flames and ignite the darkness within. Just so. As it burns hotter, so too does your strength swell. But drink not too deep, lest the flames consume you. Draw upon your dark side and drive your foes before you. Does this have a mechanical thing? Damage dealt is increased or damage taken is reduced. Okay, no, it does have that. What happens if I let it get to 100? Do I need to go up here? Yes, I guess so. I really would have loved if we'd have done this as the first thing that we do in Ishgard. All this for a base-born bitch. Aye. Killing you and anyone else who gets it. The only move that you need is the AoE. Did you get that at level 6? Jesus. I guess that's one way to make sure that you have it. For if you do a level sync Sestasha. Like, I'm not surprised that it's a low level, because you need, as a tank, you need an AoE to do dungeons. But it is interesting to see that it's so low. The next night with Bear Steel, I'm not only going to kill him, I'm going to kill his wife. And whatever else the fuck I said. Thank you. You're welcome. You have mighty big ears. Those of you who yet live, remember this horror. You bastards. I don't know what to say, miss. Thank you. Thank you. I got a little carried away earlier. It's just that when I saw how they were treating my grandmother, I had to say something and... What? No one screamed your name. My grandmother called out, just the once, but that was it. Speaking of which, I should hurry back. I suppose I ought to say that I'm sorry for what I did, but I'm not. Those knights had it coming. Alone bless you for what you did. Feels good, doesn't it? Strange, maybe. But a good strange, I'll wager. You tapped into something primal, a power nestled within you, yearning to be free. As your understanding of this power grows, so too will your skill as a Dark Knight. You've done well, far better than I could have hoped. But there is still so much more to learn, so much further to go. I won't lie to you after, the risks will only increase. So if you want to keep going, you have to trust in me. Can you do that? Yep. Good. That's a promise. Circumstances being what they are, it might be best if we parted ways for a while. Think of it as an opportunity to hone your skills in my absence. But don't worry, we will meet again. When the time is right, I'll be waiting where we first met. Sweet. So yeah, that gives us Flood of Darkness, which is an AoE, a line AoE, but it grants Dark Side, which is basically the same as the power within, or whatever it is that the warrior has. It's the same buff. But it's nice It's nice to see that we've got that. It's not a massive amount of damage, to be fair. It's worse damage than any part of our combo, or even our AoE. But the 10% buff is nice. So yeah, I don't need to worry about, like, spamming it. But, hello. I just noticed the new HUD element that we have. So that's the dark side gauge. Okay. Alright. Can't do it without having someone to aim it at. That's fine. So I want to go to the broom, I think. No? Yes, yes. Oh, something else that I should do today is show what ether currents look like so I can start collecting them. Because I've deliberately not collected any yet, because I've not shown that on stream. I had a feeling you'd come by today after, and sure enough, there you are, eager to pick up where we left off. Let's start with the question then. You must be burning with several after our last affair. What was that voice I heard? Ah, yes. The voice. The one you heard when you first touched the crystal. An excellent question, but a difficult one to answer. Some say it is a beacon, guiding the dark night to her true calling. Whose this is, you ask, but only you can discover that. For each night must hearken to a different voice. As you grow more accustomed to drawing upon your dark side, you will come to hear it more clearly. Communion will hasten this process, but we dare not conduct the rites here, under the watchful eye of the Holy See. We'll make for southern Thanlan, for Little Alamigo. Okay. Punctual as ever, I see. Communion, lest you worry, is rather simple. It is a ritual in which one nurtures the darkness within so that she may channel it more effectively in battle. Do not, however, presume the risks to be any less than before. Should you partake of it in excess, you will die, or worse. So before we begin, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to kill something for me. Something feral, something fearsome, which will push you to your limits. I want to see you thrive in that moment. That way, I'll know you're ready. Ask Gundabald. You should know of a suitable creature. One second. Gundabald. Wasn't Gundabald an orc in Lord of the Rings? feel like I may have said that the last time we came to see him. A pleasure to see you again, After. Do you require assistance? Training? Well, if you seek dangerous beasts for that purpose, then the Red Labyrinth is home to beasts notorious for their size and vigor. Our trappers take great pains to avoid their nests, and those who do not bear scars for their folly. I pity the man who dies without scars. But these beasts sound promising. Tell me more. They've attacked caravans loaded with old goat carcasses before. The smell drives them into a frenzy. This should serve to draw them out of hiding. After. I'll always be grateful for what you did. Those young ones were on the verge of making a terrible mistake. So consumed with anger were they. I hesitated to act, even though I saw it burning within them, as I see it burning within you now. You seek the darkness within? I'll not claim to understand your meaning, but I wish you well in your training. Let's go. Griffin. Coming back to A Realm Reborn zones really does make me miss being able to fly everywhere. Because I spend 5 minutes in a Heavensward zone, and I'm just so sad that I can't move quicker. Ah, they're close. I can feel their eyes upon us. Well, we're here. Show me who you are, After. Show me what you can do. I'm waiting. Hey, Symphonic. How you doing? Have the servers been stable today? No. The servers for the Europe data centers have been getting DDoS attacked, I think. It's not been too bad the last half hour. I think we joined just as the server was coming back from a blip. But it's been stable for the last half hour. Just chunks of meat right next to something that definitely doesn't eat meat. That's definitely not a carnivore. Hiya. How far are we in the game? Ooh, I like the way that works. We, MSQ-wise, are on level 51. MSQ. When it comes to classes, though, I might be a little over-leveled. And we might have... There might be a reason why I'm over. How did I manage that? My road to 80 buff runs out in 4 days. I started this character at the tail end of January, I think. No. Yeah, the beginning of February. But yeah, we're very, very early in Heavensward. But we're not doing too badly. That wasn't so hard now, was it? To mete out justice, to protect the weak from the strong, and so forth. You yourself must be strong. Strength is pain. Strength is suffering. Strength is sacrifice. We must prepare for communion, but not here. Come, before more beasts are drawn by the smell. You managed to get through A Realm Reborn story, though. That's an accomplishment. Yeah. This is an alt for me that I started to go through all the story. On my main, I am in just finished Shadowbringers, but I haven't played that in months. Because this is now my main. In fact, thinking about it, playtime. How bad is my playtime? 30 days, 21 hours, and 16 minutes. That is my playtime on this character. 30 days, 21 hours, and 16 minutes. Basically 750 hours, pretty much, right? Yeah. On this character that's at the beginning of Heavensward. I might have a problem. But yeah, that may explain the levels. You look ready. Good. Now listen well. Close your eyes and hold out your hand toward me. Breathe deep through your nose. Let the air fill your lungs. Then let it pass from your lips. Slower. Slower. Listen to my voice. Listen to your heartbeat. Listen for the other. With every breath, you grow lighter and slip further into the abyss. 1 foot in front of the other, over and over again, to the ends of the world and back again. And if time has no end, still forward and onward, over and over again. So, what did you hear? Interesting, but not terribly informative. But do not lose heart. That you are able to hear it once more is progress enough. I believe you will come to understand its words, and its will, in due time. I should mention that in some instances, the voice is said to be that of another, one whom the Dark Knight is fated to seek out. If that is the case, you may have a long journey ahead of you. So you would welcome such a journey. There is something to be said for it, and for travel, for that matter. To roam free and help those in need. Yet, no good deed goes unpunished, does it? I knew a woman once. Wanted to be a hero, do great things. And so she did. Songs always end there. But life doesn't. Does it? There are temptations more deadly than the dark side after. You should have learned this by now, but you haven't. You will. The communion is ended, and with it, our time together. But we shall meet again, as we did before. You're enjoying the dramatic reading? Thanks! Thanks! the main reason for having started a new character to do all of this on was to be able to experience the story fully, and not just do like New Game Plus. Thanks. As well as getting the Road to 80 buff to help with leveling everything up. Because on my main, I'm a White Mage main. And I've got White Mage and Ninja up to 90. Oh, that's something that I didn't say. I've done Ninja up to End of Shadowbringers job quest as well. But the thing is that the reason why I was a White Mage main is that when I'm playing MMOs, I enjoy healing. I enjoy healing. And especially in Final Fantasy, the queue times being usually instant if you're any kind of a healing class really incentivized me to play a healer. But the only healer that you start off with is Conjurer. If you want to be a scholar, then Arcanist is a bit of a weird one. I prefer old Arcanist, when you had several different debuffs. But yeah. So I just did White Mage. I also like Ninja because if I'm not playing a healer, I will choose like a dexterity-based thiefy class. And so those were the two classes that I got up to 90 on my main. But yeah, this one we're going with an Omni-class approach, where the goal is to play through Heavensward as the Heavensward classes, which is why they aren't a higher level yet. I do need to level up Red Mage and Samurai, but we might also, depending on how the experience is going, we might also play as them in Heavensward for a bit. But since playing all of the other classes, except for I've played Reaper on my main up to 80, but I've not really played any Sage. I think that White Mage is the simplest class. It's definitely the simplest healer, but I think it might just be the simplest class in general. And as much as I enjoy playing White Mage, partly because of its simplicity, like, you basically only need 4 buttons as a White Mage. Arrow and its level ups, Stone and its level ups, Cure, and Medica, or Medica 2. Because quite often, Cure or Regen is enough to heal. So you could even swap out Cure for Cure 2. Stone, Arrow, Cure 2, Medica 2. That's the entirety of what you need. Like, you may as well just not have any of the other skills bound. Presence of Mind is nice. You don't need it. But then, like, playing a Scholar, there's so many other things going on. You've got the Ether Weaving. Astro, I'm still getting into Astro. We've not done any of the job quests for it yet. But just having the card mechanic, you're already doing more than White Mage. I know that they've absolutely butchered Astro, so it's not as involved as it used to be, but still. And Sage, from what I know, it's basically just a DPS healer. But yeah. I didn't think I would enjoy Black Mage, but towards the end it was starting to grow on me. I've not played really any summoner to know how I feel about their rotation, because it feels a little bit odd to me going through each of the summons, the icons to get there. I enjoy Warrior though. I enjoy Warrior. Paladin, as soon as I got Requisite, started to feel a lot better to me. And Monk, at the moment, is all macros. Like, I know that you usually don't use macros in combat, but because of the way that Monk works with the different stances, like, I've literally got macros that work perfectly. And it means that I have a very open hotbar. Will I need to change that down the line? Probably, but at the moment, nah. Three macros is all I need for that. Anyway, back to this. The only combat macros you have so far are mouse over for rescue or jumping to people. Yeah, those are pretty handy, to be fair. Okay, Edge of Darkness is good. You look well after, more determined. Not heard the voice since last we spoke. I know, but worry not. If your affinity with your dark side is as strong as I believe, then communion is all you require. Come with me to the Burning Wall. You know what you must do. But Monk really doesn't seem to have, at least at this point, at level 50, Monk doesn't appear to really have any downside to using the macros. Like, it means that there's basically no point in me using the level 50 skill, which just lets you ignore stances. But at the same time, it doesn't really feel like I need to use that at any point. It doesn't feel like that gives me any great benefit. So, I don't feel like it's missing. As I get more stuff, I'm sure that I'll have to expand out from the macros. Although I'll probably still keep the basic boot shine combo. Have I done any Savage or Ultimate content? On this character, no. On my main... don't think so. I don't think so, no. I think I've done some of the Alexander Savage, but that was mainly for Anima Relic light grinding. And that was unsynced, so it doesn't really count. But I mainly played solo. Like, I don't have that many people to play the game with. Because I am a sad little loner gamer boy. It begins, as always, with blood. Confirmation of your identity. There are axe beaks here which have grown ferocious beyond reckoning. Vile creatures, eager to prey on man and beast alike. Offer yourself to them. They will come. Then make an offering of them to me. The Fallout DLC is ammo consuming. All of the Fallout DLCs are usually ammo consuming. If not, they just take all of your ammo. Thinking about like the pit where they just take everything you have. If you enjoy dying a lot, could consider trying out Savage Raids. Used to just do it in Party Finder. Once we get there, we might. But I've not done on this character. I've not done any of the Cause of Bahamut raids. I need to do those still for the story. That's going to be a whole stream in and of itself, and I would benefit from having some people to run through it with, mainly for, I think it's turn 4? Oh no, I think it's second coil, turn 4. It's either second 4 or final 3. You probably know the one that I'm talking about. It's difficult to solo unless you do insane damage, insane burst damage by yourself. Which, given that I was a healer, white mage main, not quite so much. Yes, there are a lot of second chance points because I've not done any of the raids, and I have done all of these now, except for Ultima's Bane, which could be another second chance point. I've done every dungeon that we have access to so far, but we've not done any of the Heavensward dungeons yet. Now that is the after I've longed to see. You resent this, don't you? This pointless trial. Perhaps you even resent me for subjecting you to it. Remember this feeling. Treasure it. I want it smouldering within you when we commune in Camp Drybow. I'm not really sure how to play Frey. I've gone Dark and Brooding because he's a Dark Knight, but I'm not sure if that's actually his character. But I don't know, because this is the first time that I've ever done the Dark Knight quest. Close your eyes and hold out your hand towards me. Breathe deep through your nose. Let the air fill your lungs and let it pass from your lips. Slower. Slower. Listen to my voice. Listen to your heartbeat. Listen for the other. Thank the 12, it is you after! Isambard, remember? Must have been ages since last we spoke. To think that you would end up slaying the Lord of the Inferno. When you first came through looking for our missing common folk, I took you for a... but this isn't the time to reminisce. I sought you out because I need your help. Do tell. Not long ago, an Amalja raiding party attacked a caravan on the road and abducted several pilgrims. We reported the incident to both the Brass Blades and the Immortal Flames, but it seems neither is in a position to muster forces at present. You know what lies in store should they not be rescued soon. Please, after. There's no one else. Really? Charge into an enemy encampment filled with Amalja warriors. Free some fools who should have armed themselves? Risk life and limb to do the work of a dozen men, all because you bloody asked? Is that it? That's what we do. That's what we do, isn't it? Every goddamn time. Fine. We'll bring them back. Thank you for... They were bound to the encampment to the southeast. And so are we. No. The nerve of some people. After all you do for them. They're inside, just as Isambard said. Mere moments away from being tempered, I'm sure. Well, what are you waiting for? It's time to play the hero. Hiya. Bonk. Oh god, it's so hard. Whatever will I do? I was wondering why Frey just kind of appeared. Oh shit. Attack me. Not that. Oh, yeah, that's a great camera there, Arthur. Great camera work. North American servers are still messed up. You have the data center travel to Oceania to play. Oof. So has it not just been the EU servers that have been getting attacked then? Okay. They were just taking a while to start running, I guess. Go on. Move. I said move. Hello. Oh, what a day. What a lovely day. Surprise, surprise. Brave likes to be in the fray of things. I need to get a cold drink. You saw nothing. Just didn't know when to leave off, did they? Neither did you, though, eh? I mean, look at yourself. Most of that's not even your blood. Leave it. You're nothing to be ashamed of. Let's go and give Isambard the good news. It's been unstable all day. Doesn't even give you the EU ones an option for travel. That sucks. Yeah, this has been stable for about an hour now. Welcome back, after. That you really go through the Somalcha. What for? Good show. I'm sure you're eager to be on your way, so I won't waste any more of your time, but thank you. Come back whenever you like. Those who have never faced death do not scruple to condemn others to it. They know nothing of true sacrifice, and are weak for their ignorance. In sacrifice there is strength. In sacrifice there is liberation. Close your eyes and hold out your hands towards me. Breathe deep through your nose. Let the air fill your lungs. Let it pass from your lips. Slower. Slower. Lower. Lower. Reach out to the darkness inside me. On a throne of bone he waits. Serve, save, slave, slay. They come to entreat her judgment. Serve, save, slave, slay. One by one, in solemn procession. So, what did you hear this time? Huh. And there I was, thinking you were on the verge of discerning the truth. Your affinity with your dark side grows stronger by the day. And yet, there is a hesitation. Listen to me, after. You have performed great deeds and saved countless people. You are a hero to the realm. But you are no Dark Knight. A Dark Knight accepts that she cannot save everyone. That sometimes she is fortunate just to save herself. Sacrifice, after, is to renounce that which binds you. To recognize that which matters. And forsake all that does not. At the very least, you must realize that you cannot continue to carry all these burdens unless you wish to die a slave. I'm fine. Just a little tired. The communion has ended, and with it, our time together. We shall meet again as we did before. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Frey. Do I do voice work? No! My issue is trying to hold anything, like holding a voice, an accent. Like I can't do it. At some point, and this is, when I say this is something that I've been wanting to do for years. At some point, I do want to do a D&D campaign that could potentially be a podcast. But again, I am sad little gamer boy who has no friends to do it with. But that is something that I wanna do down the end. But I am most probably autistic. I exhibit a lot of traits. My partner is most likely also autistic. She's ADHD, autistic and ADHD. We joke that she is riddled with ADHD with a touch of autism, whereas I am the reverse. but her family members have been diagnosed with autism, so it's very, very likely that she also has it 'cause it's genetic. I look back at videos of me as a child and go, how the fuck did nobody know? So it's very likely. And because of that, I do not have many close relationships with anyone apart from my partner. And some people from all around the world. Like, my best friend is one of my mods from the channel, and he is in Portugal. I'm in England. It's not that far away in the grand scheme of the world, but it's far enough away. But my partner, my friend in Portugal, and my friend in Vegas did try and do D&D for a little bit, but the time zones between us and Vegas made it difficult. You really can't tell. Thanks, I've been working on it. It's not that. It's 2 time zones because Portugal is in the same time zone as the UK, so it's really easy with me and Patinga, but Vegas is a difficult one. But yeah, this is a performance. I deliberately, so when I was in school, I deliberately did drama to learn how to better deal with people and put on a mask, because I struggled so much with interacting with people and making friends. I was the weird kid. So that helped. And then when I was in university, I started streaming nearly 10 years ago now, for the social aspect. I don't do this to try and get numbers to go up, as difficult as it is sometimes to not look at numbers and wish they go up. But I do it for the interaction, for the social element, which is why, even though I'm recording this to go onto YouTube as an archive, it's exactly that. It's an archive. I'm not trying to be a YouTuber. I'm just trying to put it on YouTube so that, oh, when did you play Kingdom Hearts? Oh, well, I played it twice. There was a playthrough here, there's a playthrough there. You can go and check it out. It's on the YouTube. I'll probably play it again at some point, but that's kind of specific to Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, I will derail the entire stream, just have a chat with someone. No. It takes courage to throw yourself out there, or sheer stubbornness and spite. The entire gimmick for my channel is that we do stuff on the hardest difficulty when possible and appropriate. Like, there's certain stuff like Nier Automata where you go for the second hardest difficulty, because the hardest difficulty, literally everything is a one-shot by design. And I will just bash my head against a brick wall of a boss until either I break or it does. That is an approach that I have taken the majority of my life. And I've gotten close, but I've not broken yet, so we keep going. Anyway. I'm beginning to question your commitment. You haven't heard the voice since our last communion, which means you haven't taken my lessons to heart. You know I'm trying to help you, don't you? All of this is for your benefit. You listen, but you don't understand. Never mind. You're the stubborn type. Yeah, I know that. Just have to keep at it until you open your eyes. Moribi Dry Docks. That's where we'll head next. Clearly I've won the wall breaking every time. Most of it. Most of it. The main times where I've not. Final Fantasy Type 0. The Agito difficulty on that, there is no scaling. It just adds 30 levels, even to the tutorial. That one I gave up on. That one I should go back and visit at some point, but that one I gave up on. Dark Souls 3 Soul Level 1. I think I gave up on Soul of Cinder. It was either Soul of Cinder or Nameless King. I think that's the two main challenges that I can think of that we gave up on. And it like Final Fantasy Type 0, we literally didn't get very far into it at all. So I'm not sure that one really counts. But I've spent multiple streams bashing my head against a boss repeatedly because I know I could do it. I know that it is possible. If I went away and farmed or grinded for an hour, I could then steamroll it. But instead, I'll spend 8 hours bashing my head against it. Caesar! Pardon. You finally nearly done the Fallout 4 DLC. Which one are you doing, bro? You wonder how many walls have been felled. If you're interested, there's a link for you to see all of the games that we've played on stream, and when I have you death counted, which I've done for most of them the last few years at least, yeah, you can see the deaths. I got reminded earlier today that Celeste is 40% of my total death count. Just by itself. There's a lot of deaths. Never much cared for the ocean myself. That friend of mine, the one I told you about after our first communion, we came out here together once. Long story short, we ended up doing something ridiculously foolish. And we're lucky to make it out alive. I tried to talk her out of it, but she just had to get on that damn boat. Don't be like that, friend. Isn't the Maelstrom supposed to aid the small folk when they're in a spot of trouble? So far as it is possible, yeah, but such matters fall within the purview of the Yellow Jackets, and they told me to bugger off. Can you believe that? I'm begging you, Sergeant. Wait, is that you, Captain Bunn? It's exclamation mark full deaths. Thrill, if you're wanting to spam the chat that badly. It is the legend herself. Forgive me, madam. I never thanked you properly for your service to Limsa Laminsa. When I first heard Leviathan had been summoned, I feared that... Why? If it isn't that famous adventurer who's been killing primals left and right. Truly, the 12 must be watching over me, because you're just the woman I need. I'm the victim of a heinous crime. I was waylaid by Queequern bandits near the Salt Strand, who left me with naught more than the clothes on my back. What makes you think I'd give a Queequern's ass about your troubles? Go and bother the Yellow Jackets like the Sergeant said. I seek worthy prey, not a gang of rats. How can you say such a thing, madam? Without your help, I'm ruined. I feel like I'm getting Tyler Durden vibes, and that Frey is actually dead, and we're just seeing him through the crystal as like an aspect of the dark side. Fucking hell. I need to disable full deaths. It's still going. Yeah, I really need to disable full deaths. It's more than you remembered. I don't blame you. It's nearly 10 years worth of games. The death count Google sheet is problematic enough. Oh, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. Yeah, we got all the way to the end. I have quite the collection. Yeah, there's over 1,000 videos on YouTube. You wouldn't think from looking at my follower count that I've been doing this nearly 10 years, would you? Spoken like a true hero. You know, the rank and file don't seem so dangerous, but their leader was a mean-looking bastard. But considering the foes you've faced in the past, he couldn't possibly pose a threat to you. Shut your mouth and wait here. I'll be back. But yeah, I'm getting Tyler Durden vibes because neither of these guys looked at Frey once. Or at least not that I noticed. Now that could just be poor animation, because this is still only Heavensward animations, but nah. If this Queequern isn't everything he promised, I'll take it out of his hide. Let's make the most of this after. No style, no guile, just chaos. Mark your limits, then push yourself beyond. Let the darkness guide you and set you free. Weak, but plentiful. They may yet suffice. You're not afraid! Should be. Oh, shit! They managed to hit me with a phase. Tenacious bastards. Right then, the goods. Good. There's nothing left here for... Oh shit. You did well. All that's left is to return the goods to the owner. Finish it. Finish what we started. Bray ain't looking so good. For someone who may or may not already be dead. Oh, it's you! Were you able to catch up with those bandits? Yeah, that seems to be mine, but... Lamalan, take me. I can't sell this. Everything's soaked through with Queequern blood. What did you do? Carve one open and leave them to bleed all over my wares? I'm utterly ruined. Ruined! Madam, I demand recompense for your reckless destruction of my property. I'm a reasonable man, so I will acknowledge that you are not wholly at fault. 50% of the value should suffice. 50%? 50%! I slaughter a gang of Queequern bandits for your precious goods, and this is the thanks I receive? You spineless sack of shit! I'll kill your enemies. I fetch your things. I do what you people can't or won't do yourselves. You're helpless, weak. All you do is want and need. I should have left you all to drown in Leviathan's tidal wave. At least then I could have spared your constant bloody whining. Do not speak to me of this ever again. Pray, forgive me my insolence, madam. Captain Bunn, madam, you have every right to be upset, but... I think he understands, madam. You think it got lost in all the deaths, but you're playing Auto Matron. Yeah. I don't think I've played any of the Fallout 4 DLCs. But to be fair, I've also not played any of the Skyrim ones, so it shouldn't be that much of a surprise. We can't keep doing this, Arthur. You must see now what it's doing to us. What they're doing to us. These people. Never mind them. The voice is all that matters. Yes. Yes, you're right. You must hearken to its words and discover your true calling. You are close, after. So very, very close. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could make you see. But all I can do is guide you on your journey. Chorus of voices cries out for a hero, and she comes. Well, if that's what she's into. She smiles, she nods, and she remains silent. But she too has a voice. I will be heard after Bunn. You stand at the precipice, but do not fear the fall. Cast yourself into the abyss, and you shall soar above, free at last. There are other lands than these after, lands where we are not known. Ask, and we shall quit this place forever. Only when you have renounced everything are you free to do anything. When we meet again, you will give us your answer. It's been fun but hard. Sounds right up my alley. To be fair, I do need to play Fallout 4 again because of all the updates that they did to survival and all of the DLCs and everything. But it's most definitely not a priority. Before I play Fallout 4 again, I need to play Starfield. Because I've not played that. But there's so many games. So many games that I still need to play. Oh yeah, I can't use my mount either. Too many games, yeah. Even though I stream more now than I have in years, it's still not enough to keep up with all the games. Ooh. Oh yeah, Living Dead is the invuln. So I have to hit the enemy enough to get my full health back, or I die. That's a lot of text compared to Home Gang or Sacred Ground. Or is it Hallowed Ground? Whatever the Paladin has. But then again, this is only a 300-second cooldown, whereas the Paladin one, I think, is 720. I knew you would come to your senses after. Now let us go. If I never see snow again, it will be too soon. We should go somewhere warm. At least for a little while. Wait for me near the gates of judgment. When you are alone, call out, and I shall join you. Oh, Frey. Frey is female? I thought they were male. Whoops. That's part of why I thought whenever it says she, it was referring to me and not Frey. Maybe it isn't a Tyler Durden situation. Maybe they've just constantly been under the effect of Living Dead. Whoopsie. Okay. In say mode. Frey. Get your butt out here. Not that you can see what I just typed, but there you go. It is actually what I've typed. Too far away? Oh, to be fair, there's actually a destination. Wait, I know that voice. It's Afterbun, the hero of the Scions. Allow me to say what an honor it is to meet you, madam. I mean, by the Fury, the woman who bested Shiva. Every knight under Lord Brilmont's command knows the tale. I could go on, but well, I'll just say it, if I may, madam. We need your help. We've a giant problem, madam. A band of them has taken to raiding caravans passing through Danifan Pass. We think they may be planning to expand their territory. Lord Drillman wants them gone, but you know how it is. Too much work for too few hands. We'd need at least 24 knights to clear them out safely. But now that you're here, madam, we've nothing to fear. Aye. While we create a distraction, you can slip past and put their leader down. Without him, they're sure to cut and run. So, Will you help us, madam? We beg of you. We beg of you. Thank you so much, madam. We won't forget this. Pray, accompany me to the pass, madam. We can discuss the finer details of our plan there. No. No more. Enough. So is Frey actually just a manifestation of our dark side? The leader should be somewhere in the tunnels, madam. Once you're in position, we'll launch our attack. If all goes to plan, you should only have to contend with the leader and his guards. May the Fury guide and protect us. Hiya. Well, that was easy. By the Fury, you really did it! And you made it look so easy! As for us, there were some injuries, but nothing serious. It was starting to look rather grim, actually. The moment he fell, they sounded the retreat. It was an honor to fight with you, madam. You really are everything the bards say. Truth be told, I've been following your deeds for some time now. Ever since you first came to Whitebrim Front. Your martial prowess is widely known, of course, but what I found truly inspirational was your compassion for the common man. How you would risk your life without thought for fame or fortune. How the lowest among us could find a friend in you. Sir! Sir! Is something wrong? It's Lord Drillmont, sir. He heard we were in the field with After and is demanding she come to Whitebrim Front at once. Demanding? What is the meaning of this? Certain allegations have been made, sir. It would seem that she was observed conversing with a corpse in the broom. Not that anyone would ever believe such slander, of course. I should warn you, madam, that some of these allegations were made by Temple Knights. You may be asked to surrender your weapon. They can fucking try. So maybe it wasn't that Frey is... Nope, Frey is ours. Surrender your weapon. After what happened in Uldar, they must be mad. Pay attention, After. This could be the greatest moment of our life. That is, if you could stop denying the truth that has been staring you in the face since the moment we met. Say my name. Say it! My real name. Our real name. Come now. You knew Frey was dead from the beginning, but you didn't care. You had a sword and a soul crystal, but what you wanted was a mentor. A mentor with the gifts and the knowledge. A dark knight who could guide you on the path. Who you could aspire to become. A woman who was free to say and do the things you would not. Even now, you continue to deny it. Well, deny me all you want. You cannot deny what we have done. Have I not been good to you? Have I not given you everything I promised? Did I not help you to hear the whispers of our very soul? Open your eyes. Look. Do you see it now? Do you see? Hey. Looking pretty good. Everything up to now has been your story. And everything after now will be mine. I like the sword. Is that the anima relic? It's got the pulsing rainbow lights. Like the ARR. You may as well put the blade at your own neck. Oh, it's called esteem? My self-esteem? I get it. Friend, really? This is a private affair. Do you have any idea how ridiculous you look? A house divided cannot stand. I just killed myself. Or killed my self-esteem. Neither of those is great, but that sword is cool. I'm kind of glad that our glam is much more sort of cartoony and kiddie compared to the very dark glam. It would seem I underestimated myself. But no matter. They have borne witness to the darkness within us. To what lies beneath the mask. After, listen to us. Who the fuck are you? We will never forsake you, no matter what. We know who you are after. We know. And so do you. We about to drop the fattest mixtape. A fantastic display of willful ignorance. Wipe the slate clean. Forgive and forget. Convince yourselves that she can be controlled. The warrior of light. Our weapon of light. It isn't too late after. We can still be free. After. So, this is your answer. Listen to my voice. Listen to our heartbeat. Listen. Hey, listen! Yeah, I'm touching myself on stream. Oh. If this is how it must be, then so be it. But this... That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. But know that when you tire of this charade, I shall be there, waiting to take the reins. You need only ask. Praise alone, you're all right, madam. For a moment, we feared we'd lost you forever. Lord Drillmont made it clear that we will speak no more of what happened. Not that he had to ask, mind. As for your, friend, I'm told he will be interred with full rites. May his soul rest in peace. Are you certain that you're all right, madam? You seem a little, Never mind. Fare you well. And then this is just going to give me some level 50 normal armor, right? And you don't get the artifact armor until level 60. Yeah. And it's the really clunky armor. Yeah, I'm good. But yeah, we now have Living Dead. Oh! Now what? Wish you had clunky armor. I don't have time to do much of anything else. How long is the A Realm Reborn Allied Tribe quests? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 quests long. That might be a bit too long for me to do right now. Okay. This might be... No, you know what we'll do? I know what we'll do. Palette cleanser. Actually, take me to Mordona. Because what we will do is... Scholar... That's not what I meant to do. What did I just get rid of? I just got rid of return. My bad! Whoopsie! Okay. Everything's good. We're gonna do a couple of quick unsynced dungeons to finish this book for the Scholar A Realm Reborn relic. Because this is the easier part of what I've been doing a shit ton of off stream. It shouldn't be too difficult as Scholar to do this. Oh, I should probably... I am Scholar. I should have the thing that makes me a Scholar. I'm slightly not strong enough to just do that. That's a bit disappointing. What does this do again? Oh yeah, it's a guaranteed crit, right? Okay, so Art of War isn't quite strong enough for us to just kill everything with it, so we'll just use Ruin 2 and Biolysis. Zamil is a weird dungeon to solo. Because even when you're the only person in the party, these take ages when it's only one person, so you just end up stood here. Just waiting. There we go. I'll race you. I win. You owe me a Coke. Energy drain. Oh, because I'm not allowed to use abilities. Right, yeah, that would do it. dungeon so many times. I don't know how many times it comes up in the books, but I've done this at least 10 times for the Zodiac weapon stage. And it's in at least one book, so I will have to do it another 10 times just for that one book. And if it's in multiple books, that's another 10 to do all 10 of the relics. And then, of course, it comes up on roulettes and shit like that. So I've done some, I'm actually looking forward to having the Heavensward dungeons, because it'll just give some more variety. And I want the Alliance raid. The Heavensward Alliance raid is pretty nice. Saying that, the only one that I'm remembering is Void Ark. Because I think it was the only one that would come up on roulettes for me. Is it the Heavensward Alliance raids that end with Airborne Monastery, or is that Stormblood? I know that I haven't done any of the near ones from Shadowbringers. So when we finally get to those, that'll be the first time I've ever done them. I wish the Alliance raids were hard, like the Stormblood ones on the release. Yeah, it would be nice. Or like if there was a harder version of them, like a Savage. Oh, Dungeon Master. I had one instance left to get that, and I happened to do it on stream. That is telling. That is telling for how many of these I have done. Jesus Christ. 1,000 instances. So now I have break locks hard. Okay. This also comes up on the Zodiac stage, so I've done this dungeon a lot. Not often as a scholar though, because I would just go through it as probably as white mage because of the sake of it being my highest level. But this is basically how you run solo dungeons as a healer. You just damage over time everything in the run whilst it dies. Although if I only had one enemy, it would be a little bit quicker for me to use Ruin too. I'll probably be using a lot of Ruin 2s in the light grinding stage, because I'll probably just run Tampar. I forget that Scholar doesn't, the Biolysis doesn't do damage by itself like Aero does. So you can't like spam it for quick instant. Oh no. Oh no. I'm about to disconnect. There it is. Whilst I'm in a soloed instant. We made it nearly 2 hours. Oh well, I'm glad. Honestly, the thing that I was worried about was that it wasn't going to last whilst we were doing the Dark Knight quests. So I'm glad that we got all of the job quests out of the way, because if I can't get back on to do the end of Brayflock's Longstop, I don't care. I'll do that off stream. I just kind of wanted to show off how tedious those books are. For the sake of footage. Because obviously I've done 5 weapons worth of it, which means that's my 4th book on that one. So I've done... Oh, hey! 49 books. This will be my 49th book completed. Because there's 9 books per relic. I've already done 5 of them. And this will be the 4th book that I've completed for Scholar. People are speculating the server attacks are to protest the payment issues. Yeah, I heard about them. I've not been affected though, because I pay through Steam. So, Square doesn't really influence how I pay, because I pay Steam and then Steam pays Square. Is the way that I understand how that payment is processed. So I'm lucky. I know that some people have been forced to like start buying game time cards in order to keep their houses and shit like that. Which is ridiculous. You know, I thought why it's so hard to pay them money. You remember when you first started the game, you spent hours trying to figure it out. I think it is harder in America. Like, for EU, it's quite easy. I've never had an issue. I do think that the Lodestone or Mog Station, like, as a website, they're not the best. They're not the easiest to navigate and change stuff on, but it's way I understand it. It's more of an issue for people whose countries weren't on the initial list when they created their account, and so they would select the closest country that was showing on the list, and now it's matching billing address for the card that you want to pay with to the address that you signed up for on the account, but there's also no way to change the address that is linked on your account, short of maybe calling up customer support, which is probably getting thousands and thousands of calls like that, but pretty okay, given that, you know, United Kingdom is pretty common to have on those drop-down lists of countries. We might be small, but hey, we like to think we're important. You love the UK, you used to visit every year. Most of us are cunts. You've only visited London. I both love and hate London. But that's because I mainly hate people. You need to see the rest. I would recommend Edinburgh in Scotland. Especially if you go for the Fringe Festival, which is a comedy festival. Brighton is good for like nights out, and got a big LGBTQ+ community. It's like the gay capital of the UK. I've not really been many other places. Manchester is nice. And then if you're going for places that are a bit smaller, Birmingham's okay. Sheffield's okay. I studied in Nottingham, like Robin Hood, Nottingham, and I quite liked Nottingham. Quite a lot of green around, and quite a lot of history, and you know, if you're interested in like going to Sherwood Forest and Robin Hood, and if you like beer, there's a big brewery scene in Nottingham. But anyway, that is this book complete. The only thing to confirm that it's complete is the fact that we have these X's and we got that banner going across the entire screen. Now I can talk to this bitch and just buy another book. I still have 5 more to go on this class. I can get through, if I'm lucky, I can get through 2 books in a day. If I'm really lucky, 3. Mainly because of the fates. The fates are the difficult bit. Because if it was just do a fate in this area, it would be fine. But it's do this specific fate. It's like Black and Nibiru is currently up. So I need to go and do that now. Because if I don't do it now, either I'm waiting a long time for it to respawn, and it's a relatively... There's a lot of fates that happen in this area, so it can be a relatively difficult one to get up. You're surprised that I'm grinding this on an alt. Well, this has kind of become my main. It's just that my main is further along in the game. I'll show you my main. Sometimes you can get lucky and there's a fate that you need already up, and you can be like just in time to clear it. But sometimes you might load into a zone and the fate has got like 30 seconds left on it, so you've got no chance of clearing it. On my main, I have done the ninja A Realm Reborn. I think I started the White Mage one, but just never finished it. I've done the Anima Relic for White Mage, and I started Ninja and got that up to Crystal Dust stage. I completed the White Mage Eureka Relic, including the Voldeskian Arsenal version of it. And I got like, I think I got the Ninja one up to like the penultimate one in Pagos. Is Phantom a pretty populated server? Yes, I think it's accepting new players at the moment. My main is on Omega, but when I was creating this character, Omega wasn't allowing new characters. But most of the EU channels, servers are pretty full. I know that, so I'm on Chaos, but if you're wanting to do like Savage and even Extremes and stuff like that, you're better off going to Lich, from what I've seen said. But anyway, let me show you my main. And then we'll finish up. She's just a little baby. She's so little in comparison to my Vera. Afterburn used to be... So this was my second or third character. And it was originally on the NA data center. It was originally an Aura male, but I fanted into female Aura because I prefer the female glands. I just feel like the female characters have more options for looking good, whereas a lot of the male ones just kind of look stupid. And then I transferred my character over to Omega to play with some friends. You like the hair? Thanks! It's been a while since I've been on this character. But yeah, this is just the Daedalus or Diadocos ninja set. I think this hair is this the styled for adventure? But yeah, I'm not as leveled with things as I am on my Vera by a considerable margin. Like, you can see that I've barely played anything aside from White Mage and Ninja. I played Dragoon a bit because I was like, I want to level another thing, and I picked the worst possible thing to try and level, because Dragoon just isn't interesting for ages. Absolutely ages. Yeah, so I've done the Sasuke Blades, done the Eureka. Oh yeah, I got Sky Builder's hatchet. I also have the Sky Builder's pickaxe. I've not done those yet on the bunny because we've not got access to that yet. Sky Builder's stuff honestly isn't that bad if you're leveled and you've got good gear. It's really not that bad. It takes some time, but I would just put on some like YouTube videos and just chill whilst I did it. I've got a lot of stuff for bearing in mind that I can't use most of this because I've not leveled any of these classes. I've got some variety of glams. I quite like this one. It's my DPS healer glam. That's my Eureka glam. Of course. The White Mage Anima Relic. Although this isn't the... I think this is the penultimate stage for it. Not the... because the ultimate one is in green, but I preferred the blue. Or something like that. Weaver Glam with stuff from the Fall Guys event. Power Ranger from the Rising event. Before I had a bunny, I would cosplay as a bunny. I have a lot of outfits. Yeah. Yeah. What's my playtime on this character? 39 days, 6 hours and 50 minutes. So I have only... my main, I have only played on for 9... call it 8 days. Longer than my alt in game time. And I only started my alt in February. But I also now have so quite a lot of the playtime on this character will have been since... probably since November? No, December. December when, because I got a new job where I now work from home a lot and sometimes I don't necessarily have stuff to do, so I'll just have the game running and I'll be doing hunts or just gathering. Like I did a lot of diadem on this character to get leveled. She is just fucking... her inventory is so fucked. But yeah, my main is considerably less fleshed out levels wise than any of the other stuff that I have. But I like my Eureka weapon. It's shiny. And that's why I'm gonna focus on my Viera way more. I've also, the main reason why I got so far in the story on this character is that I wasn't actually doing the story. I wasn't watching it, I was just skipping it. Whereas on the Viera, we've been watching all the cutscenes. But a lot of the playtime on the Viera has been from like me grinding stuff and farming and things like that. So I've still got all of the footage. So let me just check how much, not including this stream, so I'll have to add this stream on. But I have 117 hours plus another 2 hours, which is 119. So that's basically 5 days. Five days of my gameplay on that character, my playtime on that character has been streamed. And I've done 30 days worth of gameplay and playtime. Yeah. Is 14 my main game at the minute? Nope. It wasn't even my main game today. The main game today was supposed to be Dragon's Dogma 2, but then we kind of finished it in 45 minutes. So at the moment, I'm probably going to be playing... So I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, because on Wednesday, Neff and I are going to see Tenacious D live, which is going to be fun. So I'm going to stream tomorrow instead. So it'll probably be more Final Fantasy XIV, because I want to do the Astrologian job quests, so that then we're on top of job quests. We're on top of them until we get to level 60 and have to do all of the job quests again. I also want to do the Allied A Realm Reborn Tribes quest, so that we get that out of the way. And then progressing the story, so that we can unlock more zones and stuff like that. Oh, that's something that I wanted to do today. This is going to be really, really quick. We're going to fast travel to the Kurthus Western lands. And I'm going to show, for the sake of the recording, what an ether current looks like. Because normally what you have to do is go to collection and use this item, which tells you where the nearest ether current is. Now I just happen to know where it is, because I've passed by it so many times. What's that? I think I said it last stream, but ether currents are split. So some of them you just find in the world like this. And some of them you can only get from completing side quests or even the main story quests in that area, which basically means that you can't unlock flight in an area until you have completed the main story quests in that area. So you can't just like no life getting all the ether currents and then fly around doing the main story. You have to do the main story in order to get flight. So that's it. That's all that you do. But I have to do... How many are there in this area? So there's 9 total, 4 of which are found from exploration, 5 of which are from the main story or side quests. And you have to do this for each zone, so each map has its own selection of them. Yeah. I'm probably going to do most of that stuff off stream. I might do the side quests on stream, but the running around and finding them I'll probably do off stream because it's not necessarily the most interesting. But we'll see how it plays out. Because I showed our glam situation on my main, let's quickly show it on After Bun. I need to buy a an apartment or something on this character. My main has one in Kugane. I haven't bought one yet on this character. So when it comes to weapons, we've got considerably less than my main, but we have more relics. So I have both of these because I kind of like the way that this one looks. Potentially more than I like the final form. Not quite decided. I don't have that many shields. The issue with being a Viera is most of the hats don't matter. So at the moment, one of my favourite things is the ribbon and the flower crown from my my armoire. I've got some decent stuff for chests, but we've got Lise's set, which I bought from the cash shop because I just really like that chest. It's my main healer glam. That was going to be a glam for crafters and gatherers whilst they were low level, but now I don't really have any of them anymore. Dark Paladin. This was my healer glam for a while. That's basically just the tactical set, but I like it. Monk. I really like the way that these gloves work with being in the basically mech suit. Obviously Dark Knight we've been as most of this stream. That's just Noctis with some edgier pants. This is a set that I put together after the last stream. And this was so that we could go through Heavensward areas without looking like we're freezing our tits off. Machinist, don't have any for these. That one, yeah, just a casual set. my warrior glam. You often don't see the helmet. Not got any use for that one yet. Another one for if I don't want to look like I'm freezing. Stupid sexy Tombury. But when I don't want to look like I'm sweating my tits off. And / or Black Mage. And then the Lisa set. So I've got a decent random selection of shit. Yeah, the A Realm Reborn relics, part of it is that it gives me something to do when I'm not streaming, because I don't really have any off-stream games at the moment. I used to always have at least one off-stream game that I would just be playing for me. And when I was commuting a lot, it was usually on the Switch, and I'd be playing stuff like Disgaea, Persona, Shin Megami Tensei, and like slower RPGs, stuff like that. But because I don't commute anywhere anymore, or if I do, it's a lot shorter of a commute, don't really play the Switch anymore. So I just play this. And because I don't play my main anymore, as is evident, I've been fleshing out this character. So I'm gonna start working. So I'm the only reason I'm doing the Scholar relic now is because I had already started that one. I'd already done 3 books, so I'm just continuing it. But I wanted the next one that I actually want is probably going to be the Bard relic, and any extra Grand Company seals and Tombstones of Poetics that I get, I am already starting to put those into the items needed for the Anima relics. Although, to be honest, I need a lot more Alexandrite. I need 5 lots of 75 still, which is what, like 370? 375? Something like that. I also still need to do the Sphere Scrolls for the other 5 relics, which is why I have so many shitty materia. I can't wait to be done with Sphere Scrolls so that I can get rid of so much of that material. and get some inventory space back. It's gonna be so nice. And my armory chest is absolutely fucked at the minute. Because of leveling all the different classes. Like, the only one that isn't is my earring. Because I'm good until level 90. I don't need any earrings. Yeah. Tomorrow, if we do stream this, I will probably get Culinary, even if it's not got the star on it for the daily hand-in. I'll probably buy whatever it is for the Culinarian and turn that in, and hopefully that'll be enough to level Culinarian. I think it won't be unless it gets the star, because I need 4 million experience. But I'll have that by the end of the week, and then I need to do some a shit ton of ocean fishing, or do more turn-ins for the fisher to get that up to 80, and then all of my hand and lands will be at 80. And I'm trying to get Bard up to 70, so Jesus Christ, I have a lot of stuff still to do. Fisher is the only thing you haven't unlocked. It is simultaneously the easiest to level and the one that I see the least point in leveling. I haven't been sucked into Fisher. I find it fiddly and annoying. And there's not a great deal of stuff that needs Fisher. Like, Culinarian and Alchemist need some fish, but not that many. Whereas, like, Miner and Botanist, most of the classes need at least something from them. Anytime that you do need something from a fisher, it's probably just oil, which you can buy off the market board. If you start, you want to catch them all, and that rabbit hole is too deep. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. "13 pages of 10 by 9? "13 pages of 10 by 9. Yeah, and some are stupid rare. I know. I know. So you need to like have specific time, specific weather, specific bait, and even then, you've not got a guarantee of getting the fish, and so you could end up getting all of the other stuff that is in that pool until the time passes, and then you've not got a chance to get the fish that you wanted anymore. Even if you're using the right bait, using the right gear and everything, it's the class that I've played the least of. I also don't like Culinarian, personally, which is why it's the last one that I need to level up. And it's mainly just from doing the daily turn-ins. I've barely played Culinarian at all. Like, I don't think I've crafted much as a Culinarian. It just needs too many things. Yeah. I've barely crafted anything. Do I enjoy cooking in real life? Yes. Actually. But, like, when you need 6 different items, some of which you may need to either fish for or have crafted from other stuff, it loses my interest, because the amount of inventory space that this all takes up, and the fact that even if you just wanted to make something a level 26 recipe, still needs 6 things, 3 of which are crafted from other things. It takes up too much space for me. Like, Alchemist gets like that for some of the stuff, but it's not usually that bad. And like, it's not until you're getting to the later level or master recipes that you start seeing it for the most of the other classes. I need to get more of the master recipes, but I can't because I need scripts, which I haven't gotten any of yet. because I need to craft collectibles and turn those in, but I don't think I've done the quest that allows me to turn them in. Maybe? I'm probably going to wait until I get custom deliveries and then use custom deliveries to farm scripts. Yay! But anyway, I need to finish up. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you again. This week, the streams are going to be a little bit weird because I'm off for Neff's birthday. But normally Fridays are Final Fantasy XIV days. And I'll do an after work stream. Saturday and Sunday we will be playing whatever the current main game is.
Why are you following me?
Thank you, Symphonic, for the follow. And then Mondays and Wednesdays are also after work streams, and those could be a second lower effort, shorter game perhaps, or it could be polishing stuff off in a game that we've beaten. Like at the moment, they're supposed to be Final Fantasy XIV Rebirth, polishing off the combat challenges and stuff like that. But I need to get more SP before I can continue doing those, it feels like. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll catch you all in the next one. Have a good one. Later.